Hello everybody, welcome back to my channels, and today I'm going to show you the new Hot Toy 1/6 scale Star Wars Dark Trooper. And this is the first Star Wars figure that I have in my collection, so I don't have any other Star Wars. I usually collect the Black series, which is about 6 inches plastic figures from Hasbro. And now I decided to upgrade it to these Hot Toys because I actually like them. So when I actually like them, I will go with a premium one. So there we are. And I also have the Mandalorian with the Child Deluxe set as well, and also the Boba Fett, which is on pre-order, which is coming soon, I think. So these are the one that I really like from the Star Wars figures, and the rest of the other figures I also like, like Anakin style Skywalkers and Obi-Wan Kenobis and Darth Vader, but they're so expensive at the moment. I don't want to pay something that made of plastic for over 200 pounds or 300 pounds. That is insane, so I'm not going for it. So this one I got it for about 1,600 Hong Kong dollar from Toy Wonderland, with the shippings and everything, so probably ended up around about 200 pounds. So I would say this is a little bit expensive, I have to say, considering that it is all plastic. Some people argue that it has a lot of die cuts and stuff. No, I don't think so. It doesn't have any die cuts. I'm specialized in die cuts, and I only collect die cuts related figures. So when I hold the figures, I can tell cold in my hands, and also weight and the heavy and all this stuff. I can feel it. This guy is very light and it's not that heavy, so it is actually a lot of plastic. The only die cast is in these little joint here, and that's about it. The rest is all made of plastic, to be honest. But I really like these piano black plastic here. It looks so glossy and shiny, but the downside is that you're gonna attract a lot of fingerprint. So I should wear the glove actually, but okay, I'm gonna have to clean it after that, so it's gonna have a lot of fingerprint and hopefully not scratches as well. I think they have hopefully painted as well, I don't know, but we'll find out as the time goes by. The Neon Tech line that I have on the Iron Man from Hot Toys, they are actually not painted plastic, so they can't scratch over time, so which is kind of annoying. Hopefully this guy is not. You got a couple of LED lighter point, as you can see here, and you got one dynamic stance. Not dynamic stance, it's just a stance really with a somehow crouch grabber. That's about it. And in terms of accessory wise, you only have this gun and then a couple of hands, and that's it. It really is nothing in the box. So I thought it's gonna be a lot in there, but actually it doesn't come with anything. There's no jetpack, no fire effects on the feet or anything like that. Even Hasbro Black Series version has a lot of fire effects and all kinds of things there for about 30 pounds, and that is really good figures. And this one doesn't have anything, just that, as you can see what you get here. That's it. So in terms of hands, you got a pair of fists as usual, and you got a relaxed hands, which you can use it to grab the Mandalorian Din. So that's the couple of poses that you can do. And then you got this hand holding guns like this, that's about it. And that's the only pair of hands that you got here, so which is really disappointing, I have to say, considering the price that I'm paying for. Right, apart from molding aside, so let's get a closer look on that. It does look a little bit bigger than standard figures, I have to say, because this is actually taller, I would say. Not a lot, but just a couple centimeters, I would say. Right, so it is really cool in terms of the details and all the articulations and stuff, because this is really like an Iron Man style joints and everywhere, so you can actually articulate really well. But the joints are very stiff, unfortunately. So some part is loose, some part is stiff, so you gotta be careful not to break your stuff around. So the die cast piece are where these circular joints, that's where the die casts are mostly. Every circular joints are actually made of die cast. Not sure the rest, but everything else is plastic. It's very light as well. Probably about 200 grand, I would say. I could be wrong. I need to measure it and I'll put it on the description below. So let's start with the feet here. So the feet is obviously you can actually swivel, right? And then it's just like a Black Series style really. You got joint here, right? And then underneath there is nothing. So it's exactly the same as Black Series style, so you can go forward and backward and you can swivel like this, and that's about it, right? And what I do like is that you do have a different style on the feet. So you got one side is different, you got all the bullets here. On the other side you got nothing there, which is interesting. And then you also can swivel the leg, so you can see the circle joint here, but it's kind of stiff. Even though the down here is very stiff, too, you can see that click, 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 click going on. But you can only go about this much. You can't go further than that, unfortunately, because it's kind of clashing the at the back. So articulation could be the issues here, but yeah, but I'm not really complaining too much. You know, you can't do much on these figures anyway. And then you can swivel the bicep as well, not bicep, sorry, thigh. And you can go forward and backward in terms of feet, but then again the joints are very stiff, so you can force it a little bit, but just be careful not to break anything. And you got these little pieces can go up and down to move out of the way when you're moving the feet and stuff like that. And I like all the silver piece inside there to make it look really realistic, looks like a real metal stuff going on, which is really cool. And the guns is also nicely painted. You got weathering effects, all the little scratches as well. The whole gun is made of plastic, by the way, it's not die cast, okay, so but it looks like a metal, but actually it's not. And the hands can go, you know, up and down, and you can actually swivels and stuff like that, so that's not a problem. Bicep can also swivel as well, so you can see that you can actually move out the whole thing like that. So, and then you can see the waist can also move. The waist here is kind of loose here, unfortunately, but I don't know whether this is how it's supposed to be or it's just the way it is, but yeah. And then in terms of crouching up, you can go up and down. That is also a little bit loose as well, unfortunately. And then I put the very tiny little gap on the back. So this is the battery pack, so where you take out and you can see where the battery compartment is. So this is where you got a LED light here. So if I switch on the light a little bit, hopefully you can see a little bit better in this time of days. The head is very bright, but here also fairly decent light as well, so it's not too bad, I would say. Okay, so that's the LED light, so I can switch it off now. And it can protect the scratches and stuff. You got little cover as well, so make sure you use it, otherwise all the glossy black will scratch. Yeah, and also the shoulder pack are kind of really nice and glossy actually, and they can actually move a little bit articulation wise. Yeah, so the head is also very nice, so you can actually take out the head if you want. Here is a battery compartment, so you can switch it off. So when you switch off the lights there, the head looks a bit dead, you know, like the eyes not lit up anymore. It kind of looks weird and a bit not very exciting anymore. So yeah, so I wish they have all the permanent LED light that's turned on all the time, but unfortunately we can't do that. Head can go left and right, obviously you can go up and down, and yeah, so that's pretty much it really. I think this is a good idea if you have a lot of Dark Trooper. I think they do advertise it, you know, cheekily on the poster as well, saying that they got a lot of Dark Trooper with the you know, bad guys all together. It looks really cool, looks like a proper army. So yeah, it is really nice figures, but the price wise is a little bit expensive, I have to say. But if you can find it a little bit cheaper, then by all means go for it. So yeah, so you can see all the little details in the back as well, which is kind of nice and looks really cool. All the little spring and all the joints here. Let's try the crouch test. So in the 3-0, if you do that, spine will show up, but here doesn't really show up, but you can see the wire underneath there. So you can see the orange wire here. I'm not sure you can see it on the camera, but I can definitely see it. There's a black and orange wire going on from the battery compartment to the front LED light. So yeah, apart from that, I would say this is decent. So yeah, I hope that this is helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.